I wanted to ask you about why people like to be scared at times and other times they don't. Let's talk about Halloween.
Halloween was always my favorite holiday. I couldn't wait for Halloween. Now, I really did love the candy, but I also loved dressing up. And it's one of the times that I think I had the most fun as a child. But it is odd that people typically hate to feel afraid. But at Halloween, we love to get scared. We'll go to haunted houses. We'll watch horror movies. Horror movies make millions of dollars every year. Why are people paying money to get frightened? Well, every time you get scared, your body will release a chemical called cortisol. Now, cortisol is the fight or flight response. It gets your body ready to attack whatever you're afraid of or to flee from whatever you're afraid of. So it gives a lot of oxygen and energy to your brain so that you can react quickly. It gives a lot of energy to your muscles, and it tightens those muscles so that they're ready to go. It'll dump acid into your stomach. It'll take the blood out of your hands and feet and send it to your internal organs so that you can be ready to fight quicker and to be stronger. And although that's typically a very, very uncomfortable feeling, sometimes you can get that same rush from adrenaline in a situation where in fact you're safe. So when they strap you into a roller coaster and they put the bar down and you're wearing a belt and you have a bar and there's no possible way of falling out, then you don't mind going down an incredibly steep fall. Because fear of falling is one of the primary triggers to fear, and you're born with that. Now, most other triggers to fears are learned, but we don't have to learn that trigger. And so all of us are afraid of falling. But you're falling and you're safe at the same time, and it allows you to get that adrenaline rush and to enjoy it. Now, the same thing happens when you're watching a movie. You're in a theater. You're not out in the woods being chased by a werewolf. Your Frankenstein is not going to grab you. So we get to be scared at the same time we're safe. It's kind of paradoxical, but that's why we enjoy it so much. Now, you have to be careful because not everybody likes to be scared. Now, there's some people who have very little tolerance for horror movies or for anything scary or for things to jump out at them, and we need to understand that.
Well, I know sometimes when people watch movies, they want to turn the sound down because the sound makes them more frightened. And other people want to be surrounded by the sound.
Well, horror movies want to build the suspense. And all they have to do is play the right music and they'll get you really, really nervous and you know something's coming. And then if it pops out of you suddenly, that's a gotcha moment.
The screaming moment.
Yes, and it's very common in most horror movies.
Well, sometimes when I go to scary movies, I can feel my heart beating in my chest. I can feel that anticipation. I can feel that fear, and I close my eyes a lot of times.
And that's why we go, so we can be scared to death when we're completely safe.
Thank you, Clifton, for sharing this information. If you would like more information about Clifton or other articles that he's written, please visit cliftonfullercounseling.com. Thanks, Clifton.